Blessed be. We're down here at the riverside today, and we're gonna gather these buds from the cottonwood tree. Gather up all that green witchcraft. It's going to be a wonderful day. Howdy ho, witches! This is Crow. I'd like to welcome you to Witch on the Wild Side with me. I just found a beaver stick. It's really cool. Today I'm out here at the riverside and I'm collecting these tips off the cottonwood tree to make an anointing oil that most refer to as Balm of Gilead. It's beautiful. It reminds me of being inside a honeybee hive. It's like really, really nice. I make it with grapeseed oil and it turns into this shiny red, much like this willow tree here, right here. It's amazing stuff. It's probably the nicest anointing oil I've ever made or used, period. And I've been coming to these trees for a while now. For like a week, I've been talking to the cottonwood trees, and this is one of my favorite because it's so close to the river and it's drawn directly into that energy of the river that flows through the little valley I live in. And I want to draw on all that, draw it into my magic, right? So this little tree's helping me with that. And when I connect to a single cottonwood tree, oh well, I've actually connected to quite a few. I'll be working my way up and down the riverside. I draw upon the spirit of the cottonwood, the great spirit of the cottonwood, so to speak. It's very touching. It really makes me feel like I'm connected to the Earth Mother, and to the goddess that's, her river flows, and I'm taking up that flow into my anointing oil. It's really nice. So I'm going to continue along, and I'm going to gather these up from my friends I've met at the riverside. Got my little bucket. And I'll meet you at the altar side, and we'll put it all together. Oh, and we're out of the temple now. We'll be at the outside altar, so I much prefer that. I love my little temple, but I'd rather work outside. So, hidey ho, I'm going to continue along with the little beaver stick I just found. I don't know what I'll do with it, but it seems like a gift from the gods to me. So I'll take it and move along. Hi, witches. I'm just down at the river. I'm still collecting cotton, but I'm just looking at these beautiful different variations, colors we got here. From the yellow, that's a rose. There's even some rose hips left. You can see that a little bit. It's gonna make some seed. Yay! Oh, I love life. It's so nice to be back down by the riverside. We'll see you in a bit. Hi, we're here tonight for this anointing oil. This is beautiful. This was made about 10 days ago with cotton tree buds. This is made with olive oil, and you can see it's already starting to get that red tinge to it. It's coming alive. Like, this is my old oil, and you can see how like cherry red that is, right? It's just beautiful. Just beautiful. This was a gift originally to me. So when I get all of this done, I've got 3 little bottles here to share it forward. Like a good witch would. A good witch would? Yeah. Anyways, so this is the cotton buds we picked today. And we're going to use grapeseed oil on this. And we'll fill it up about 15 to 20% above the line there. You want to be able to, like this, kind of shake it and be able to move it around, stir it up a little bit. You don't want to be too stingy with the oil, but not too much, or then it's not strong enough. And I'll anoint it with the water and the earth, and I'll get all that going, and the incense, the fire, and the air. I'll get all that going. And while I'm doing that, I'll add a little bit of anointing oil too. And while I'm doing that, I'll think about the cottonwood tree and how it drew all that life up out of the earth and the water, and it drew that life force up, and the life force pushed, and up it rose into its trunk and through the branches into the cottonwood buds, where the sun shone and the wind blows, and all those elements are all rolling around in there, and the spirit of the goddess, and Persephone rising. To me, that's what this is about. Green witchcraft. I mean, I often refer to it as getting dirty. But to me, this is green witchcraft. It's about drawing on that vibrant life force in the earth, in all of our creatures, just pulling it up and into our lives. Like, that's where it's at. And it takes about, 4 weeks, maybe a bit more, up to 6 weeks to fully draw everything out of the bud into the oil. At which time I'll bring it back into another circle like this, and I'll again anoint it with the water and the earth and the fire and the air, and I'll get all of that going again, and I'll meditate one more time on it all, and that time I'll pour all the rest of this into it again, into it. So that I like to do this so that I always keep the continuity of it going. And I'm sharing it threefold forward to spread that gift out and have it augment through my life. Have that green force always happening, always with me, always growing. So that when I anoint this, anoint a fellow traveler or an object with it. I'm anointing them with all of that magic. I'm also, through that magic and through that sacred gift, I'm awaking the divine within them. I think it's very beautiful, and it's been used in religious rites, I know Wicca, I use it. My friends use it a lot. Not all rituals, but most rituals. And of course, I'm going to draw upon the goddess to aid me in all this work. Luna Catedlin. For here within her argent beam, where time now standeth still, the creatures of an ancient dream now breathe within this spell. For which goddess moon this spell invokes the ancients of the night, and once more now her altar smokes, Hecate's flames they flicker bright. Teach me, goddess, though alone I be, gathered here unknown, to tread the old round merrily upon my time-worn home. For I ask no heaven, and I fear no hell, nor do I mourn this task and lot. For I am a weaver of the spell, for the great work not forgot. Hidey ho, witches. Hidey ho.